Hello everyone, welcome to VBA for everyone. Bismillah Rahman Rahim. In the last video, I talked about line labels, but when I looked at the video, most of the time I was in front of the camera or the keyboard was in front of the camera, so you were unable to see the text. So let me put uh, the code before you that we did in the last video. Open Sesame, where is my Excel? So this was the activity we did. This code was not appearing, and which is the same case right now. Oh, now you can see, I believe. Let me get away. Yeah. So this was the activity from the start of the last video. If range a1 dot value is less than or is equal to 90, then range a1 dot interior dot color index is equal to range d4 interior color index. So we use this for the activity which changes the background color, and I talked about how to use the dot to get the list of commands we can use with a function. So I think uh, if you have missed something from the in the last video, you can read out these commands and you can understand. I will copy these commands into the description of the video also. And the second thing we talked about was the line label. So let's close this workbook, and in this workbook I talked about the line labels and the go to command. So, and then I gave you an assignment. The assignment was to create a manual loop so that 1 to 1000 repeats in cell A1. So let's go and create that loop. Insert another module. I hope you can see. Let me try to zoom, and this time let's hope the zoom will not hinder the view. I think this is visible, but still let's do it this way. Sub, let's call it manual loop. So what we want to do is create a loop that changes value in cell A1. Here it is. Okay. Range A1 dot value is equal to range A1 dot value plus 1. So every time this commands run, this will add 1 to the current value in cell range in cell A1. And let's label this line as start, or we can say top, vtop. And then let's say if our logical test range a1 dot value is less than 1000, then go to the top. If I move my cursor from this line, the syntax is get corrected. So what I'm saying is vtop is the first line, then range a1 value is equal to whatever there is plus 1, then range a1 dot value if less than 1000, then go to 2, then go to top. So I have created a loop that pushes the cursor back to the top. Let's run this. Yeah, I think this should remain here. And what else can I can do is if I change the view. Okay, this is better. So let's run it. Boom, 1 to 1000. Let's run it again. Let's run it again. Why it's not running? Let's run it with F8. If range 1, adding 1. Oh, because the value is now greater than 1000, so it quits. So every time what we need to change in our macro, think about it. Whenever our macro starts, it should put it should reset the value of range a1 is equal to 0. So if I run now, you can see the value changes. So let's try to run it line by line. Range is equal to 0 dot 1, then go to. You can't see go to. Let me put go to down with the use of underscore we discussed last time. So let me, yeah, now it is better. And let's put underscore over here. And if I can move it a bit, yeah. Oh no, yeah, like this. Okay, f8 range is equal to plus 1. There's 1. Is it less than 1000? Yes. Go to top, back. You see, this is the manual loop. I have just pressed the F8 key and the loop is running. So this was the requirement from the last video. Alright guys, I'm back. Hopefully you have drawn your flowchart. Let's look at the chart I have prepared for you. Let me go away a bit. So here it is. Can you see the better view? Okay, here it is. So Mr. Ahmed leaves home. If it is Monday, yes, he fills up the tank. Is it the first Monday of the month? He goes for checking of tire pressure, and then he reaches office. If it is not Monday, he just go directly to his office. Likewise, if it is not first Monday of the week, he will, after filling the tank, he will go to his office. This was a simple flow of the case study I asked you to prepare. This is how it is done when you are in a fix that how to create a procedure for a certain task. It is better to start putting it on the paper. Once it is on the paper, it becomes very easy to code it in VBA. And this is the technique all the programmers around the world uses. They put all the procedures, all the flows on the paper. So I urge you to learn this technique and start putting the procedures on the paper. So whenever you are programming, it will be of great help. So what else we need to do today? We need to talk about what we have covered so far. So we have uh, recorded our macro, we have run it, we have debug run with the F8 key, we have assigned a shortcut key and then run it, and we now understand what is a module and how macros are present in those modules, how to insert a module, and how to use the VBA editor. We have talked about the reserve words which are present in VBA dictionary, and so the words which are not present in VBA dictionary are the variables. Variables have no value till the time we assign certain value to them, and the value is assigned with the use of is equals operator. And then we have changed value of cells, and we have changed the colors of cells. We have created for next loop. We have done logical decision making with use of if statement, and then we have moved our cursor with offset command, and then we have uh, used the goto command and the line labels, the para 1 para 2 activity, and the manual loop we have just created. And we have also used the operator and. It was used when we created a list, the serial in for next loop in one column. We used range a1 dot value with while separating a and 1, and then joining a and 1 with and operator, and then replacing the 1 with a variable. So in the for next loop we use the and operator, and just now we have done the flowchart. And in addition to that, we now understand we can get VBA commands by recording or doing some research on Google, or by using the dot after a function range a1 dot a1 bracket close dot. As soon as I insert a dot, VBA will give me a list of functions that I can use with range. So this is what we have covered so far. What this makes us this makes us a programmer. So I want to congratulate you, every one of you who have followed these videos and lectures, that you are a programmer. Okay, so do you have any doubts? There should be no doubts, because if I says that someone knows Excel, what does that mean? That means that he understands the cell references A1, B2, C2. He can format cells, change format, fill cells with color. use cell borders, create a simple bar graph. uh, he should be able to do simple calculations, plus a2 minus c2. uh, he can understand the use of dollar sign, the absolute or the log references of the cells, and use the sum function. If he can do all this stuff, he understands Excel. Likewise, you can do all these things we have covered so far. This makes you a programmer. The programming techniques, the logic, and how to develop a program, how to debug it, you know everything. So you are a programmer in my terms. uh, we will continue with these lectures and videos. uh, we will learn more about VBA functions. Like in Excel, if someone understand Excel up to some functions, now all he need to do is learn more functions: if, VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, index, indirect. So that will take him to the next level of Excel, but he knows the Excel. Likewise, you know VBA now. All we are going to do in next lecture is learn more about uh, new VBA functions. So you are a programmer. uh, pat on your back, and let's move forward. Let's gain some confidence, and the confidence comes with practice. So I have an assignment for you. Do you remember Mr. Ahmed, who moves back and forth from his office? So let's, and we have developed a flowchart for that. So let's program it. Your assignment is to program it. Let's open our Excel once more. Open Sesame. Here it is. So here is my worksheet. Uh, Let me explain you what it is. This is Mr. Ahmed's home, and this is his office, and this blue one is his beautiful car, and he has to take this road to his office, and this is the fuel pump from where he fills up his car. And today is, let's say, Sunday. Sunday should be off, so let's put it, this is Friday, 6 March 2020, and he has to move from his home to go to office. Let's run our macro, and he has start moving from his home. You can see a bit of animation I did, and he's moving, skipping the fuel station, and he's going to his office. Boom, he has reached his office. If I click this and run out my macro again, now he is going back to home from his office. You can see his car moving. So this is what you are going to do. Let's change the date. It should be 9th Monday. Let's push Mr. Ahmed to go to office. He is moving towards his office. Today is Monday, so he steps to refuel his car. He stays for refueling for 3 seconds and then start moving again. Here he goes to office after refueling of his car. So what if it is uh, first Monday of the month? He has to check tire pressure also. Let's change the date, and the date should be first Monday of the month, that is second. Let's push Mr. Ahmed once again to go to office. So he moves to fuel station, filling up at the tank, and then stopping at the corner for the tire pressure check and start moving again to his office. So this is a bit of animation I have done. This is not rocket science. You know how to change color of the cells. So let's go and show you hint for this assignment, and this is the activity hint. Let me get away from you.